So this is exercise therapy session 1, and it is begin correction imbalances through core stability training. This form is so important with this. If your form is not correct, you're going to create even more problems. So you want to be very patient, and your number one priority is your form. So we can eventually extend into using various bands, and I prefer TheraBand because their color is very specific to a certain weight. So yellow is the easiest, then green, red, navy blue, and black. Other bands that you get at the store, they're going to be just random pretty colors, and they're not uniform. TheraBand will never change your color system. So that's for after we get these exercises really good, and we're just going to start with a few exercises to help correct core imbalances, which are going to help instability in joints, particularly the knees as well. So bent knee shuffle is the first one that we're going to start with. So you're going to take a wide stance. I'm going to get over here a little bit so I have some place to go. And then bend your knees. Make sure they're not in, out, or anything like that. So properly aligned under your hips. They're going to stay bent. It doesn't have to be a deep bend at all. And just go to your comfort level, because this is going to burn if you haven't done anything like this for a while. So you're going to curve your pelvis forward. So here's not forward. And as I bring my hips forward, then I'm tucking my pelvis under to engage my abdominal muscles, which are going to be really important. So as I bend, you can do whatever you want with your arms. You're going to keep your torso straight. So you don't want to do this. You don't want to lead and lean your body over one leg. You want to keep that balance even over both legs, even when they're moving. So you don't want to do this either. So you want to keep that straight and lift and shuffle and make sure you feel this is tight. Okay, so the next one is the same type of positioning, but forwards and backwards. So, and you're going to angle to your legs, right leg will go this way and your left leg will go this way. So get that bend in your knees. Same thing. You don't want to leave your body behind or move it ahead. You want to keep your torso in the center. So this one, I mean, I tend to do this, do whatever you want with your arms, at least to start. So angle to the right, step together. Angle to the left, step together. You'll go 10 times forward, and then you'll come back. This one is harder not to lean, so be careful. Torso nice, evenly over your hips. Keep that bend in the knees. Make sure you know what's behind you so you don't run into something. So there's that one. And we're going to do bridges next. So we're going to start with both legs together. Eventually, we will move on to single leg bridges. So the bridge, you're going to lay down on the floor. Plant. Oh, my ponytail's in the way. Plant your feet on the floor, nice and close to you. And all you're going to do, you're going to put your hands down and you're going to push up. And push your butt up as far as you possibly can. Down. Make sure you're not leaning towards one hip or the other. That you're not wobbling side to side. That both are engaged equally. And straight up and down. You will feel this in your glutes, and you will feel this in your core as well. So all of these exercises, you can start with 10 each, just for this week. We have one more that we're going to do. Actually, 2 more that we're going to do. And if there's any problems with any of these exercises, they can be simplified. And once you have the strength, they can be advanced. So the next one is bird dog. If that is too much, you can start with dead bug. But we're going to start with the bird dog, see how that goes, and then I'll show you the dead bug. It's just a complete reverse. So okay, so you're going to get on all fours. And I'll show multiple angles here. So start on all fours, and you can keep your head just looking straight down, keep your neck straight. Whatever you want to do is fine. And you're going to lift your left arm and your left leg. And you're going to hold that for 10 seconds. And then you're going to do the other side. And hold that for 10 seconds. Now you can end up eventually doing 10 reps on each side, so you're not alternating, and that will make it a little more advanced as well. And then add the bands, and that will be more advanced. So if I go this way, you can see a little bit better. Left hand, and I don't have the space. There. Don't sink your stomach down. Don't sink your back down. If you want, you can bend your toes under. If that will help. It's going to work the muscles in your legs a little bit differently. And the other side. Right arm, left leg. Sometimes people will get a little confused, and they'll try to do the same arm and leg, which can be done, but you're not going to have a complete alignment. You're going to be leaning a little bit one way or the other because you're using all of your limbs on one side. So then if that one is too difficult, and if you can't do 10 seconds, if you do 1 second, 2 seconds, that's perfectly fine. So here, the dead bug is the complete reverse. So, left arm, right leg. You can go out here, or up here, or do both. And then you're going to alternate. So it's like a dead bug. So there is that one. And there's one more that we're going to address, which is the single leg balance, which also can be advanced to a TheraBand balance pad. And no, this is not a commercial for TheraBand. Just over the years, their products are just the best. They're the only products that any physical therapist will use, and the reasoning is they're the best. So a single leg balance, you're going to aim for 10 seconds for each side and do each side 3 times if possible. But any of these that you run into problems with this week, you can't do 10. You can't do it a certain way. Just make sure the form is good. And if it's 1, and that's something you wouldn't have been able to do before, then you're moving forward. So single leg, you're just going to find your balance. You're going to try to you're going to engage your core, and you don't want to be rigid because then you're going to be more likely to fall. But you still have to engage all of the muscles that you're using. So we're going to start on the left side, and all you need to do is just lift your foot up off the floor. You can lift it this way, you can lift it this way. If your balance is better, you can lift it all of the way up. You can even go out and back in. So, but start simple. The further you lift your leg, the more advanced it is. So hold it for 10. You can add prayer pose. We'll advance it as well. And then do the other side. And if you end up with wobbly arms or whatever to try to keep yourself in place, that's fine. It will get better. You want to push the ball of your foot into the floor to help with stability. I prefer to do all of these exercises barefoot. So I have that contact, my foot has that contact with the ground in as many places as possible. Your shoes, the average athletic shoes will try to correct certain things. So either having them on can make it a little bit easier or it can make it worse. So that is completely your choice, whatever works better to start. Okay, so that's exercise therapy session 1. And I will be working on the next ones. We will be advancing these, but also adding some other exercises, such as push-ups and sit-ups and planks. And we will add some functional exercises as well. So it's like functional exercises are like, they are strength workouts, but pretty much every exercise that we do incorporates balance. So it's not you go to the gym and you use the Nautilus machine and you do your calves and your hams and core. All of those address 1 or 2 body parts. If you're adding balance into everything, everything will work everything. Granted, you have primary muscle group but many secondary muscle groups. So every exercise works everything. And it will help to keep a lot of these imbalances at bay. But then eventually you would want to take these exercises, and as you advance them, you can maybe put them on a maintenance day during the week or something like that. As well as stretches, which will be another session that we'll be working on, especially to help stretch muscles that tend to get irritated, and as they irritate, they weaken and put more stress on tendons and ligaments. And they don't like that very well. So I will see you at the next session, and be careful with this. And if you have any questions, please reach out to contact me. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.